Part 2. Srimati quickly walked out of the school with her classmates Vandana Patil and Sharda Amigiri. She was in no mood to talk. An extremely sensitive person by nature, she had overheard all the comments that the boys had made and she was embarrassed. She and Shrikant had been classmates from the first standard and they had been neighbors for generations. But there was a bitter rivalry between the two families. From the times of their forefathers, they had once owned lands and joining each other's, and this enmity intruded into their homes even today. Srimati did not like the kind of loose talk the boys had indulged in, and she wanted to talk about her discomfiture to someone. Since she had no sisters or brothers, she could only talk to her friends. But that day, even her friends were too excited about her winning the prize and were in no mood to listen to anything. Srimati, I am so glad that Shrikant was put down today, and with him his friends. That Malesh Shetty, he talks such rubbish, making fun of us girls all the time. As for Ravi Patil, he thinks no end of himself. All said and done, the fact is our schoolmates have no manners. They don't even they don't know how to behave. You served them right. Srimati, I read a woman's brain weighs less than a man's. Is it true? Sharda was little worried. Shari, Srimati said affectionately, you should know that intelligence is independent of weight. I was so confused, Srimati. I am not as bright as you are. See? After a pause, she continued. But you know that Shrikant's mother, Gangaka, and his maternal uncle, Shenappa, they think that he is brightest star in the sky. Shenappa keeps coming to our shop and talks non-stop about his nephew. I had taken a vow with God Hanuman of Bandiwad village that if you beat Shrikant in final exam, I will distribute special pedas to everyone in school. These Deshpandes are too much. Even though they do not have any lands left, their arrogance has not diminished. Vandana Patil pinched Sharda's hand to stop her, but Sharda was not so bright as to understand that this kind of comment would hurt Srimati. After all, she too was the daughter of the landless Deshpande. Bandiwad is a small village near Hubli, and the local deity Hanuman is very famous for bestowing great boons upon his devotees. There is strong belief that if someone requested a favor and fasted on Saturdays, their request would be fulfilled. In return, they just had to suffer some sweets to him to thank him for the boon. Since the pedas of Dharwad were very famous, so much so that people of North Karnataka said that if you hadn't eaten the peda, your life was wasted. Sharda had promised to offer them nothing less. The other well known temple in that region was that Railway Ishwar temple in Hubli, a busier, more populous commercial town than Dharwad. The small Ishwar temple was adjacent to the railway station, so the presiding deity came to be known as Railway Ishwar. People believed that if one prayed to him offering the Bilva Patra with all devotion, their wishes would certainly be granted. However, Ishwar, that is Shiva, expected nothing in return because he is one God who loves his devotees unconditionally. Vandana, not to be left behind, told Srimati enthusiastically, Hey Srimati, I will also pray to Railway Ishwar. If you come first, I shall perform a special puja for him. He will listen. He is very powerful God. Srimati smiled at her friend's affectionate expressions and said, Shari, Vandana, why are you praying to different gods? Should I get the first rank only to beat Srikant? One should study well to acquire more knowledge. An examination is not the ultimate measure of one's intelligence. Have any of you ever asked me how I wrote this essay that has more information than the textbook? I'd actually referred to different books on Ashoka, Buddhism, etc. For me, Ashoka is really a great person, and I respect and admire him. I would rather spend more time learning about him than studying just to get more marks than Shrikant. Her words upset both her friends. They had been praying so hard, and it seemed all a waste. Forgot it, Shari. Let us not pray for Srimati. We thought that she is on our side, but it looks like she is on Shrikant's side. She is Srimati Shrikant Deshpande after all. Ultimately, they are two sides of the same coin. We are the outsiders. Vandana muttered, peeved. Srimati was about to say something, but she didn't. Her name was Srimati Shrikant Deshpande, and that's what caused her all the problems. Mrs. Shrikant Deshpande, who says, What's in the name? Here, everything was in the name.